What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of TheLead Houston, where it's all Houston all the time. Today, we are going to be messing with the simulator, the ESPN mock draft simulator. It's free 99. Just Google it and you can do it yourself. And I am going to be right now playing with it. I'm going 3 rounds on the ESPN mock simulator. They use the analytics to the best of their ability to kind of get to what it is as a real life draft day scenario. So we're going to try it out. We're going to mess with it. Let me know down in the comments section your mock drafts. This will be a 3-round mock draft. So that's the first 4 picks in the top 100. Let me know whether you agree or disagree at 25, 58, 79, 89. Remember, let me know, man. I love to see the comments, take a few ideas down, and see what I can work with. So the Houston Texans are going to be on here, and we're going light speed, man. We're not trying to take a look at the rest of these teams and what they're doing and whatnot. We're going to go ahead and start the NFL draft. So let's go ahead and get into it. Bam. The Houston Texans are right there at 25, and we're going to take a look at what's going on here, what's on the board. But first, let's take a peek at the rest of the AFC South. Shedeur Sanders. Okay. To the best of the draft day ability, this is not going to happen. You know what? We're canceling. That's what we're doing. We're canceling and we're starting over. And let's get into this, man. We're already they're wasting my time. We're 2 minutes into the video and they're wasting my time. Damn ESPN analytics bullshit. Trying to be draft day predictor model. Bullshit. All right. That's what I'm saying. Let's go ahead and start this draft again. Let's get it going. Okay, here we go. The Texans are at 25. This is what we're going to run with. That looks a lot better. Cam Ward's the number 1 pick. We all know this. Titans got Cam Ward. Jags got Will Campbell. Okay, they go tackle instead of DT. No problem. Colts go Matthew Golden. They pass up on Colston Loveland. That's not going to happen. They want to tie it in from every mock draft we've seen and every national media talking head. The Colts want to tie it in. But if they got Golden, I'd be very I wouldn't like that. I don't like Michael Pittman. I think he's better than Pittman already. So, without further ado, Kelvin Banks off the board. T-Mac off the board. Connerly off the board. Luther Burden goes to the Packers. Malachi Stark's the latest pick. Let's go ahead and continue here. Texans are on the clock, and man, it brings up a very tough conversation. The chatter in the war room around this guy right here, Omarion Hampton, is going to be extremely tough to stop myself from drafting this running back at 25. Marion Hampton comped to Joe Mixon, and running back is the popular position now thanks to Derrick Henry, Joe Mixon, and obviously Super Bowl champ Saquon Barkley. Walter Nolan still available. Donovan Ezeraku, the guy the Texans, I believe. No, that's the UCLA guy. Excuse me. Shamar Stewart's there. James Pierce, Nick Emanwari, Maxwell Hairston. Oh, I'm so happy we don't need a corner because I'd really like me some Hairston, even though I don't mind one, but not this early, obviously. Josh Simmons still available. Mecca Igbuka. Let's go ahead and take a look at the DTs. Walter Nolan, the best one on the board right now. Extremely tough to pass up on Walter Nolan. He's just got so much high-level talent. You heard Jordan Reed talk about him to ad nauseum on my YouTube episode with him. Comped him to Ed Oliver. Shout out to the Houston Cougars. Who knows? Gray Zabel is the best guard available on the board, as well as Jonas Savanea, Donovan Jackson. In all reality, I feel like the pick is Gray Zabel or Donovan Jackson for the Houston Texans at 25, considering what we've heard from all the national media guys, some of the local guys. Seems like the Texans are stuck on those two as their 2 favorites. Now, obviously, Tyler Booker is not on the board here, so that's without him. No problem, though. Josh Simmons still available. I like Ariante Ursery. He's there. Okay, Anthony Belton's down here too, but we're at 25. And we got to have a conversation, Texans fans. I know this isn't ideal, but Omarion Hampton is available at 25. And the Houston Texans could have a lot of fun if they drafted Omarion Hampton at 25. All I'm saying is that you might hate this pick right away, but in 2 years, you're going to love that the Houston Texans drafted Omarion Hampton at 25. And for the sake of being different, we're going to go ahead and do the unthinkable. We're going to draft Omarion Hampton at 25. I want to shake it up, shake things up a bit. Little Vince McMahon WWE draft. It's time to shake things up a bit.
It's time to shake them up.
Omarion Hampton is a badass running back, and if he is there at 25, then the Houston Texans ought to have the conversation, and they ought to take a look at him. So you went running back, and the whole conversation is going to be, oh my God, the Texans took a running back and they don't have a single offensive lineman to block for him. I understand that. And that is why you still have 3 other picks inside the top 100. It is not the end of the world to miss out on an offensive lineman. You still got Ariante Ursery still here. You still got, let's take a look at the guards. You got Jonas Savanea, bam, right there. Somebody, Jordan Reed, talked about Savanea as a guy that embodies what D'Amico Ryans wants out of an offensive lineman. You get a big Samoan, you say less. Done deal. 58. Jonas Sav. Yeet.
4 letters, 1 word. Yee.
Regardless, the Houston Texans are back on the board at 79. This buffers every single time I draft a player. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at what we got on the board right now. The Houston Texans just missed out on Royals, Harold Fannin, RJ Harvey, Jared Wilson, Jack Beck. We're going to go ahead and continue. Looking at the big board, Alfred Collins is still available, somebody the Houston Texans did meet with in the NFL draft. They did meet with already. So I believe it was during the combine. Yeah, it was during the combine. Center guard, Tate Ratledge is still available. You already grabbed yourself a guard in Jonas Savanea, but never enough people there. Cameron Williams still available. Charles Grant, someone the Texans met with, available. Anthony Belton, the bulldozer. Big fan of Anthony Belton there. It's very tough when you take a look at DT, and Alfred Collins is available, and there's a lot of upside, and there's a lot of chatter that the Houston Texans really like themselves some Alfred Collins. I do wonder if he's available in the 3rd round. Feels like that would be the pick, and I am going to take Alfred Collins. You need somebody that is a run-stuffing defensive tackle for this team, and it helps the trenches on both sides of the football. Alfred Collins, I know a lot of y'all Longhorns fans are going to be excited about this, but hey, it did not buffer that time. No problem. Number 89 on the board, we still got some top players here, lots of offensive linemen, and I think that's definitely where we're going to go. I understand that we didn't attack wide receiver, but that's okay, guys. It's okay. I'm going to be honest. It's absolutely fine. If you got a Tay Felton there who ran a 4.39 40, had 96 catches from Maryland, not even being talked about, go ahead and get him in the 5th round. No problem. But we're ending this after the 89th pick, which is right now. So the Houston Texans taking a look at offensive tackle. You got Cameron Williams available out of UT. Charles Grant, Texans already have talked to him. Definitely, I think someone that is high on their board is Charles Grant. I'm super high on Anthony Belton. I really think he is somebody that could be a problem in the NFL. Tate Ratledge out of Georgia. I think this is a perfect pick for the Texans. They grabbed themselves 2 offensive linemen, and we're going to go ahead and get the mustachioed mullet man rocking here in Htown. It buffers after every pick. I don't know how to stop it. But regardless, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The Houston Texans. Omarion Hampton, Jonas Savanea, Alfred Collins, Tate Ratledge. Y'all immediately probably were going, Harley, where are you taking us? Where is this destination going? But I feel like I landed the car pretty safely. Let me know down in the comment section how y'all feeling about my mock draft here. Omarion Hampton, Jonas Savanea, Alfred Collins, Tate Ratledge. I would be ecstatic about this draft class right away. You got yourself a Marion Hampton who is not only going to be your RB1 in 2 years, but can immediately take some snaps away from Joe Mixon and maybe even extend his career just a little bit. Jonas Savaiinaea, somebody Jordan Reed was talking about, that embodies everything DeMeco Ryans wants out of an offensive lineman. Punishing guy, Savaiinaea, big Samoan, love it. Could be a day one starter for you. Alfred Collins, you need somebody that can stuff the run for the defensive tackles. You don't have that currently. You had one in Foley Fatukasi. He is still currently a free agent. Alfred Collins at 79, don't have a problem with it, and he brings a lot of potential. And we all know you sprinkle that little pixie dust over the DTs, and they get to cook. And DeMeco does his thing with the interior linemen. Shout out to Rod White. And then Tate Ratledge, last pick in the draft right there at 89, the mullet mustachioed man here in Houston, rocking that battle red. That's exactly the type of guard you want here in Houston. Maybe not a day one starter, but ultimately both of these guards are going to be starting at some point during the year for you. And I would be ecstatic to see an offensive line group now with a multitude of youth and talent. You double dipped, and now you can go any which way in this draft. Obviously, wide receiver is going to be a talking point for a lot of y'all, but I do believe that wide receiver can still be attacked. You still have a veteran out there in Tyler Lockett who's available. There is still the idea that maybe a Jameson Williams trade could happen. Who knows? You have a 4th-round pick next year. Maybe you trade that 4th next year for a Jameson Williams. I know I already did a video about him already. I talked about the 89th pick. Let me know how y'all felt about that video. The video is already posted. Check it out, please. Let me know how much you love or dislike this mock draft. Appreciate all of y'all tuning in. Until next time, guys, as always, go Astros, go Rockets, go Texans. You have a blessed day.